Hi students, good morning. So today we are going to see our third prose, Forgetting, written by Robert Lind. So let us see about the author Robert Lind first. Robert Wilson Lind, 1879 to 1949, an Irish writer, is one of the greatest essayists of the 20th century. He began his career as a journalist. He penned numerous articles for the leading newspapers and magazines like Daily News, The New Statesman, and Nation. He wrote under the pseudonym YY. His essays cover a wide range of simple and interesting topics. They are humorous, delightful, ironical, and satirical. Robert Lind was awarded with an honorary literary doctorate by Queen's University, Belfast in 1947. He was also honored by the Royal Society of Literature with a silver medal and by the Sunday Times with a gold medal for Belle's Letters. In his essay Forgetting, Robert Lind takes a humorous look at the nature and effects of forgetfulness. So, Robert Wilson Lind is his full name, born in 1879 and was died in 1949. He was an Irish writer. He is one of the greatest essayists. Okay, so it means he had written many essays and his essays will be extremely good. So he is one of the greatest essayists of the 20th century. He began his career as a journalist. So who is a journalist? A person who writes journals for newspapers, for journals. A person who writes articles for newspapers, journals is called as journalist. He penned numerous articles. Penned means written. So he had written numerous articles for the leading newspapers, that is very famous, fastest moving newspapers and magazines like Daily News, The New Statesman, and Nation. He wrote under the pseudonym YY. Okay, so he wrote under the pseudonym. Pseudo means false. So false name YY. His essays cover a wide range of simple and interesting topics. Okay, so his essays covers covers a wide range, a great range of, a very large range of simple and interesting topics. They are humorous. So how his essays will be is, they'll be funny, humorous, that is with a comic sense, and also delightful. It will be happy to read, ironical and satirical. So what is ironical means? So ironic means it is a way that is different or opposite from the result what you expect. நாம் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணுற ரிசல்ட்டிலேருந்து ஆப்போசிட்டாக ஒன்று நடந்தால் எப்படி இருக்குமோ, தட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் ஐரானி. ஓகே, see for example, so if we lost match to someone who had just learned to play yesterday. See, நேற்று தான் ஒருத்தர் ஒரு கேம் விளையாட கற்றுக்குறாங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ இஃப் வி ஆர் லாஸிங் டு சம்மன், ஸோ நேற்று கேம் கற்றுக்கிட்டவங்க கிட்ட நம்ம தோற்று போயிட்டோம். நமக்கு ஏற்கனவே அந்த கேம் விளையாடி சூப்பராக நமக்கு விளையாட தெரியும். அப்படி இருந்து ஸோ நேற்று தான் லேர்ன் பண்ணிக்கிட்ட ஒருத்தர்கிட்ட இஃப் வி ஆர் லாஸிங், டெஃபினெட்லி இட் வில் பி அன் ஐரானி, இல்லையா? ஐரனி. ஸோ தட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் ஐரானிக்கல் அண்ட் சாட்டிரிக்கல். சாட்டிரிக்கல் மீன்ஸ் கிரிட்டிசைஸ் ஐடியா ஆர் பீப்புள் இன் ஹியூமரஸ் வே. ரொம்ப ஃபன்னியாக ஒருத்தரை கிரிட்டிசைஸ் பண்ணுறது, தட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் satirical. So his essays will be humorous, that is with a comic sense. It will be happy, it will be ironic, and it will be satirical. Robert Lind was awarded with an so he was awarded with an honorary literary doctorate by Queen's University, Belfast in 1947. Okay, so Robert Lind was awarded with an honorary means respectable literary doctorate by which university? Queen's University in Belfast. Okay, so Belfast, it is the capital of Northern Ireland. Northern Northern Ireland. Belfast is the capital of Northern Ireland. So, in which year? In 1947. He was also honored by the Royal Society of Literature with a silver medal and the Sunday Times with a gold medal for belles letters. Okay. So, the Royal Society of Literature had awarded him a silver medal and the Sunday Times had awarded him a gold medal for his work Belles Letters. In his essay Forgetting, Robert Lynn takes a humorous look at the nature and the effects of forgetfulness. Okay. So, Robert Lynn takes so in this essay Forgetting, so what is the name of this essay? Actually, it is an essay by Robert Wilson Lind. So, in this essay Forgetting, Robert Lynn takes a humorous look. Humorous look means funny look at the nature and the effects of forgetfulness. So, what are the nature of forgetfulness and what are the effects of forgetfulness? Okay. So, this is about the author Robert Wilson Lynn, a greatest essayist of the 20th century. Let us get into the lesson. Forgetting by Robert Lind. Okay. So, how forgetful are you? Let us see the warm-up part. So, how forgetful are you? We are all forgetful at times and would like to find ways of improving our memories. Okay. So, it is the nature for every one of us to forget. Okay. But, however, it is the nature we will be finding some ways to improve our memory. So, how sharp is your memory? So, here is a memory test. You can do this with your friends or your neighbors or with your brothers, siblings. Okay, with your brothers or sisters. Okay, let us go to the B. Have you ever lost or misplaced anything of value due to forgetfulness? So, what is the question is, have you ever lost எப்பயாவது எதையாவது தொலைச்சிருக்கீங்களா or misplacedனா எங்கேயாவது மாற்றி வச்சிடுறது. ஓகே, misplaced anything of value, ரொம்ப வேல்யூபிளான திங்ஸ், வேல்யூபிள்னா காஸ்ட்லி கிடையாது. ஓகே, ஸோ வாட் எவர் இஸ் வேல்யூபிள் இட் இஸ் திங் ஆஃப் வேல்யூ இல்லையா? ஸோ எனிதிங் ஆஃப் வேல்யூ டியூ டு forgetfulness. ஸோ forgetfulnessனால if you have lost or misplaced anything of value. At times, instances of forgetfulness may land us in a tight spot or in a difficult situation. Therefore, we need to find ways to remember what we have to do or carry with us. One way is to take a mental checklist that we can verify before starting any activity. Okay, at times means, so sometimes instances of forgetfulness may land us in a tight spot or in a difficult situation. So sometimes forgetfulness will take us to a difficult situation. Therefore, we need to find ways to remember what we have to do or carry with us. So we have to find some ways to improve our memory or to avoid forgetfulness. One way is to make a mental checklist that we can verify before starting any activity. So one of the ways to avoid the forgetfulness is to have a mental checklist. Okay, so we can have a mental checklist before doing any. Suppose if we are going for a shopping, we can take a checklist with us, or at least we can recall in our mind what are all the things we have to purchase. Okay. Now discuss with your partner and think of some practical ideas to overcome forgetfulness in your day-to-day activities. So, you can write some of the ways to overcome forgetfulness in our daily activities. For example, setting an alarm. So, it is a way to avoid forgetfulness. Next one. Discuss and share your views with the class on the following. Is forgetfulness a result of carelessness or preoccupation? Okay, so forgetfulness வந்து carelessnessனால வருதா or whether it is a preoccupation. So preoccupation அப்படின்னா என்ன? The state of thinking ஆர் ஒரியிங் கண்டினியூஸ்லி அபவுட் சம்திங். ஸோ நம்மளோட மைண்டை ஆல்ரெடி ப்ரீ ஆக்குப்பைடாக வச்சுருக்கோம் அப்படின்னா, ப்ரீ ஆக்குப்பைடு அப்படின்னு வேறு எதையாவது பற்றி நினச்சிட்டே இருக்கிறது, ஆர் ஒரி பண்ணிகிட்டு இருக்கிறது. ஓகே, ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு 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 ஸ்டேஜ்னால வர்றதா. வாட் இஸ் இட்? ஃபர்கெட்ஃபுல்னஸ். ஓகே, வெதர் ஃபர்கெட்ஃபுல்னஸ் இஸ் த ரிசல்ட் ஆஃப் கேர்லெஸ்னஸ் ஆர் preoccupation. Okay, so you can share your views with your friends. And now let us get into the essay Forgetting. Now read the humorous essay Forgetting by Robert Lynn and his analysis of the fundamental reasons for forgetfulness in humans. So what is this essay? It is an humorous essay. So what is humorous? Filled with the comic sense, that is comedy, or it will be funny. Okay, so now read the humorous essay Forgetting by Robert Lynn and his analysis of the fundamental reasons, so the basic reasons for forgetfulness in humans. So in this essay Robert Lynn had analyzed what are all the basic reasons which causes forgetfulness. Okay, so let us get into the essay. So let us get into the essay. A list of articles lost by railway travelers and now on sale at a great London station has been published, and many people who read it have been astonished at the absent-mindedness of their fellows. If statistical records were available on the subject, however, I doubt whether it would be found that absent-mindedness is common. Okay, so a list of articles lost by the railway travelers. Okay, so ட்ரெயினில் ட்ராவல் பண்ணவங்க தொலைச்சிட்ட மிஸ் பண்ணிட்ட ஒரு லிஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆர்டிகல்ஸ் and now on sale at a great London station has been published. ஸோ அவங்க மிஸ் பண்ண ஆர்டிகல்ஸ்லாம் ஒரு லண்டன் ஸ்டேஷனில் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, they have kept it for sale அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு நியூஸ் இஸ் published, and many people who read it have been astonished. Astonished means shocked, surprised. So many people who read this news, which news? The list of articles lost by the travelers in the train were kept for sale at the London station அப்படிங்கிற நியூஸை படித்த many people were astonished, surprised at the absent-mindedness of their fellows. So they were surprised at the absent-mindedness of the people. If statistical records were available on the subject, however, I doubt whether it would be found that absent-mindedness is common. Okay, suppose if statistical reports are available regarding this, I doubt, so I refers to Robert Lynn, I doubt whether it would be found that absent-mindedness is common. So ஒருவேளை இந்த absent-mindedness அப்படிங்கிறது it is common for every people. It is the efficiency rather than the inefficiency of human memory that compels my wonder. So listen to the sentence. So what is the So what is the meaning of this sentence is, so it is the efficiency rather So it is the efficiency rather than the inefficiency of the human memory that compels my wonder. Okay, so what the author says is, it is the efficiency rather than the inefficiency. So human mind, it is efficient to forget things. So என்ன சொல்கிறதுனா, ஒரு திங்ஸை ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறத விட ஹியூமன் பிரெயினுக்கு திங்ஸை மறந்துடுறதுல ரொம்ப எஃபிஷியண்ட்டாக இட் இஸ் ஒர்க்கிங். ஓகே, தட் இஸ் த மீனிங். ஸோ ஒரு திங்கை ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிற எஃபிஷியன்சியை விட எப்படி போயிடுறது, நம்மளோட மெமரி ரொம்ப இன்எஃபிஷியண்ட்டாக போயிடுது. எப்படி? ஃப்ரம் ரிகார்டிங் வாட்? ரிகார்டிங் த ஃபர்கெட்ஃபுல்னஸ். ஓகே, ஸோ மாடர்ன் மேன் ரிமெம்பர்ஸ் ஈவன் டெலிஃபோன் நம்பர்ஸ். So modern man, he can remember even many telephone numbers. He remembers the addresses of his friends. So they are able to remember the addresses of their friends. He remembers the dates of good vintages. So what is the meaning of vintages? It is actually wines of high quality produced in a particular period. Okay, wine, W-I-N-E, wine. Okay, so ஒரு நல்ல குவாலிட்டி வைன் வந்து ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் இயரில் சாரி இட் வில் பி ப்ரொடியூஸ்ட் இன் எ பர்டிகுலர் மந்த் இன் அ இயர். ஸோ அது எந்த மந்தில் நல்ல வைன் கிடைக்கும் அப்படிங்கிறதெல்லாம் கூட தே கேன் remember. So they can remember the telephone numbers, they can remember the addresses of their friends, they can remember the dates of good vintages. He remembers appointments for lunch and dinner. His memory is crowded with the names of actors and actresses and cricketers and footballers and murderers. Okay. He remembers appointments for lunch and dinner. So they can remember the appointments given made for lunch and dinner. His memory is crowded with the names of, and also his memory is filled with the names of actors, actresses, cricketers, footballers and the murderers. He can tell you what the weather was like in a long past August and the name of the provincial hotel at which he had a wild meal during his summer. Okay, so he can tell you what the weather was like in a long past August. So how was the weather during the last August and the name of the hotel at which they had a wild meal. So what is the meaning of wild is an unpleasant meal during the summer season. So in which hotel they have taken an unpleasant meal during the summer season. So everything he can remember. In his ordinary life again, he remembers almost everything that he is expected to remember. So in his normal life, that is in his ordinary life, he is able to remember whatever he is thinking that he should remember. How many men in all London forget a single item of their clothing when dressing in the morning? So what Robert Lynn questions is how many men in London, so how many men are living in London is forgetting to wear all their clothing when they are dressing in the morning? Not 1 in 100. So 100ல ஒருத்தர் கூட they are not forgetting. Perhaps not 1 in 10,000, even not a single person in 10,000 people are forgetting. How many of them forget to shut the front door when leaving the house? So how many people are forgetting to close their front door when they are leaving the house? Scarcely more. Okay, so ரொம்ப ரேரான பீப்புள் தான் they will be doing forgetting. அந்த மாதிரி என்ன பண்ணிடுவாங்க, they will be forgetting. And so it goes on through the day, almost everybody remembering to do the right things at the right moment till it is time to go to bed, and that the ordinary man seldom forgets to turn off the lights before going upstairs. Okay, so how many of them forget, and so it goes on through the day, almost everybody remembering to do the right things at the right moment till it is time to go to bed. So every people are remembering to do all the things at right time, and then the ordinary man seldom forgets to turn off the lights before going to upstairs. Okay, and or a normal person, okay, so அவங்க கூட என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, ரொம்ப ரேராக தான் they will be forgetting to switch off the lights before they are going to sleep. It must be admitted, it means it must be accepted, some matters in regard to which the memory works with less than its usual perfection. Okay, so it must be admitted, it means it must be accepted that only in some matters the human memory works with less than its usual perfection. So அதோட usual perfectionல இருந்து ஒரு சில மேட்டர்ல தான் human memory is working less அப்படிங்கிறத we should accept. It is only a very methodical man. So methodical man means a systematic man, I imagine, who can always remember to take the medicine his doctor has prescribed for him. Okay, so only a methodical man can always remember to take the medicine prescribed by the doctor. This is the more surprising because medicine should be one of the easiest things to remember. So மறக்காம ஏன் அது why they are remembering is because it is one of the easiest. Taking medicine is one of the easiest things to remember. Why taking medicine is easiest thing to remember is, as a rule, it is supposed to be taken before, during or after meal. So medicine nale when we will be taking it, it will be taken before the meal or during the meal or after the meal, and the meal itself should be a reminder of it. அதனால taking meal அப்படிங்கிறதே மெடிசன் எடுத்துக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கும் it will be a reminder. The fact remains, however, that few but the moral Jains remember to take their medicine regularly. Okay, so the fact remains, however, that few but the moral Jains remember to take their medicines regularly. So only some moral persons, they will be remembering to take their medicines regularly. Certain psychologists tell us that we forget things because we wish to forget them, and it may be that it is because of their antipathy to pills and potions that many people fail to remember them at the appointed hours. So antipathy means dislike. Okay, pills means tablets, potions means their medicines or tonics, syrups, like that. Okay, so what the psychologist says is, people are forgetting things because they are wishing to forget them. ஏன்னா அதை மறந்துடணும்னு அவங்க நினைக்கிறாங்க. And it may be that it is because of their antipathy, because it is because of their, அதை ஏன் மறக்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறாங்க அப்படின்னா, they may have a dislike towards the tablets and the medicines, that many people fail to remember them at the appointed hours. And also many people are that's why many people are remembering, sorry, that many people fail to remember, that's why many people are failing to remember them at the exact times, that is at the appointed hours. So it is nothing but psychologist என்ன சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னா, why people are forgetting to take medicines அப்படின்னா, அவங்க அதை மறந்துடணும்னு நினைக்கிறாங்க. So why they are thinking that they should forget அப்படின்னா, because they are dislike, அது அவங்களுக்கு பிடிக்கல. என்னது, டேக்கிங் மெடிசன்ஸ் அண்ட் டேப்லெட், சிரப்ஸ், டானிக்ஸ், வாட் எவர் மெடிகேஷன்ஸ் இட் இஸ், அது அவங்களுக்கு பிடிக்கல. தட்ஸ் வை தே ஆர் விஷிங் டு ஃபர்கெட் தெம். ஓகே, ஸோ த நெக்ஸ்ட் பேராகிராஃப். திஸ் டஸ் நாட் எக்ஸ்பிளைன், ஹவெவர், how it is that a lifelong devotee of medicines like myself is as forgetful of them as those who take them most unwillingly. The very prospect of a new and widely advertised cure all delights me. Yet, even if I have the stuff in my pockets, I forget about it as soon as the hour approaches at which I ought to swallow it. Chemists make their fortunes out of the medicines people forget to take. This does not explain, however, how it is that a lifelong devotee of medicines, so you know what is mean by devotee, liya? So lifelong devotee of medicines like myself is as forgetful of them as those who take them most unwillingly. So ஒரு லைஃப் லாங் என்ன மாதிரி மெடிசன் எடுத்துக்கிறவங்க is as forgetful of them as those who take them most unwilling. So the author is also mostly forgetful of the medicines because he was unwilling to do so. The very prospect of a new and widely advertised cure all delights me. Okay, the very prospect of a, prospect means the probability of a new and widely advertised cure-all. Cure-all means that is some medicine which is curing everything. So it delights me, it makes me happy. Yet even if I have the stuff in my pocket, so stuff means some things like tablets, whatever it is, some things in my pockets, I forget about it as soon as the hour approaches at which I ought to swallow it. Okay, so even though I keep some medicine stuff, some things, stuff means generally things, so here it is medicine, and the thing in it is medicine. Even if I have the stuff in my pockets, I forget about it as soon as the hour approaches me. So நான் பாக்கெட்லேயே வச்சுருந்தாலும் அதை எடுத்துக்க வேண்டிய டைமில் I am forgetting to take it. Chemists make their fortunes out of the medicines people forget to take. So chemist means the druggist, those who are selling the medicines. Okay, the chemist make their fortunes. So what is mean by fortunes? Means generally fortune means luck. So here fortunes means huge sums of money out of the medicines people forget to take. So chemist எப்படி நிறைய money earn பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படின்னா they are earning out of the medicines people forget to take. So what the druggist will do, they will sell the medicine. So என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, டாக்டர்ஸ் எப்படி ப்ரெஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க, ஏதாவது ஒரு மெடிசனை கண்டினியூஸாக ஒரு 10 days எடுத்துக்க சொல்லி ப்ரெஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா ஓகே, ஸோ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம், இடையில 2 days சாப்பிட மாட்டோம், மார்னிங் சாப்பிட்டா ஈவினிங் எடுத்துக்க மாட்டோம். ஸோ லைக் தட் we will be forgetting. ஸோ அந்த மெடிசனோட கோர்ஸ் முடிக்கல அப்படின்னா என்ன ஆகும், we will not be cured 100%, 100% நம்ம கம்ப்ளீட்டாக க்யூர் ஆகிருக்க மாட்டோம். ஸோ அகைன் என்ன பண்ணுவோம், அகைன் we will go to the doctor, again we will buy the medicine, again we will be forgetting to take it for 1 or 2 days, again it will not be cured completely. ஸோ இது யாருக்கு லக்கு, ஃபார்மசியில் மெடிசன் விற்கிற பீப்புளுக்கு இது it is lucky. So that's why they are making fortune, that is they are earning large sum of money. The commonest form of forgetfulness, I suppose, occurs in the matter of posting letters. So what the author says is, the commonest form of forgetfulness, I suppose, I think, எதில் நடக்குது அப்படின்னா in the matter of posting letters. So common is it that I am always reluctant. Reluctant means unwilling. So I am always unwilling to trust a departing visitor to post an important departing visitor to post an important letter. So common is it that I am always reluctant. So I will be always unwilling to ask a visitor to post the letter. So little do I rely on his memory that I put him on his oath before handing the letter to him. So அவங்களோட மெமரியில் I don't completely depend on their memory or completely have hope on their memory. அதனால் நான் என்ன பண்ணுவேன், put him on his oath, ஒரு ப்ராமிஸ், கண்டிப்பாக இந்த லெட்டரை ப்ரோஸ் பண்ணிடணும் அப்படின்னு ஒரு ப்ராமிஸ் வாங்கிப்பேன். As for myself, பட் நானே என்ன பண்ணுவேன் அப்படின்னா, anyone who asks me to post a letter is a poor judge of character. If someone is asking me to post a letter, கண்டிப்பாக என்ன பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க, அவங்க என்னோட கேரக்டரை ரொம்ப புவராக ஜட்ஜ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. Why? Because even if I carry the letter in my hand, I am always past the first pillar box before I remember that I ought to have posted it. Okay, so even if I am carrying the letter in my hand, I am always past the first pillar box before I remember that I ought to have posted it. So first pillar box, before reaching the first pillar box, I forget that I have to post it. Weary of holding it in my hand. Okay, weary means tired. So tired of holding the letter in my hand, என்ன பண்ணுவேன்னா, for safety I then put it for safety into one of my packets. So சேஃப்டிக்காக அதை என்ன பண்ணுவேன், என்னோட பாக்கெட்டில் போடுவேன் and forget all about it, and completely அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன பண்ண மாட்டேன், I will be forgetting about it. After that, it has an adventurous life till a long chain of circumstances leads to a number of embarrassing questions being asked, and I am compelled to produce the evidence of my guilt from my pocket. So கையில் வச்சு டயர்டாக என்ன பண்ணுவேன், சேஃப்டிக்காக அந்த லெட்டரை என்னோட பாக்கெட்டில் போடுவேன். தென் ஐ வில் பி கம்ப்ளீட்லி ஃபர்கெட்டிங் அபவுட் த லெட்டர். அது என்னோட பாக்கெட்லேயே இருந்து போயிடும். ஆஃப்டர் தட் வாட் வில் ஹேப்பன் இஸ், ஸோ ஆஃப்டர் நம்பர் ஆஃப் எம்பராசிங் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் பீங், ஸோ நிறைய என்ன எல்லோரும், ஸோ அந்த லெட்டர் ஏன் ரீச் ஆகலை, வை அப்படியெல்லாம் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் வந்ததுக்கப்புறம் I am compelled to produce the evidence of my guilt from my packet. So then only I will realize that still the letter is in my packet. This, it might be thought, must be due to a lack of interest in other people's letters. Okay, so what I am thinking the reason for this forgetfulness, ஏன் நான் அதை அப்படி மறக்கிறேன் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு, why, what reason I am thinking is lack of interest in other people's லெட்டர்ஸ். மற்ற பீப்புளோட லெட்டர்ஸில் எனக்கு அவ்வளோ இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இல்லை. ஸோ என்னோட பர்சனல் லெட்டராக இருந்தால் கண்டிப்பாக மறக்காமல் மேபி நான் போஸ்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கலாம். பட் தட் கே நாட் பி த எக்ஸ்ப்ளனேஷன். பட் இதை நம்ம ரீசனாக சொல்ல முடியாது. ஃபார் ஐ ஃபர்கெட் டு போஸ்ட் சம் ஈவன் ஆஃப் த ஃபியூ லெட்டர்ஸ் தட் ஐ மை செல்ஃப் ரிமெம்பர் டு ரைட். ஏன்னா நானே எழுதின ஒரு சில லெட்டர்ஸையும் நான் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கேன், போஸ்ட் பண்ணாமல் மறந்துருக்கேன். ஸோ திஸ் வில் நாட் பி அ ப்ராப்பர் எக்ஸ்ப்ளனேஷன். So as for leaving articles in trains and in taxis, I am no great delinquent in such matters. Okay, so as for leaving articles in the trains and in the taxis, I am no great delinquent. Okay, in such matters. So delinquent means a young person who is regularly involved in wrongdoing. Okay, a young person who is regularly involved in wrongdoing, that is called as delinquent. So as for leaving articles, so trainல வந்து articles, trainல, taxisல, carல article மறந்து வச்சுட்டு வர அளவுக்கு I am not a regular wrongdoing person. I can remember almost anything except books and walking sticks. And I can often remember even books. Okay, புக்ஸையும் வாக்கிங் ஸ்டிக்ஸும் தவிர மற்ற எல்லாமே ஐ கேன் ஈஸிலி ரிமெம்பர். ஓகே, அண்ட் புக்ஸ் கூட எனக்கு ஐ கேன் ரிமெம்பர் ஈஸிலி. சம்டைம்ஸ் ஐ யூஸ் டு ஃபர்கெட் த வாக்கிங் ஸ்டிக்ஸ். வாக்கிங் ஸ்டிக்ஸ் ஐ ஃபைண்ட் இட் குவைட் இம்பாசிபிள் டு கீப். ஸோ பிகாஸ் ஐ எம் ஃபைண்டிங் இட் இம்பாசிபிள் டு கீப் த வாக்கிங் ஸ்டிக்ஸ், ஐ ஹாவ் an old fashioned taste for them and I buy them frequently. But no sooner do I pay a visit to a friend's house or go a journey in a train than another stick is on its way into the world of the last. See, nice sentence it is. I have an old-fashioned taste for them. So, old-fashioned taste அப்படின்னா I like to buy. ஸோ நிறைய ஒரு என்ன சொல்கிறது, டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஸ்டைல்ஸில் வாக்கிங் ஸ்டிக்ஸ் வாங்குறதுல எனக்கு ஒரு பெரிய இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட். But and I buy them frequently. So adikadi I will be buying it frequently. But no sooner do I pay a visit to a friend's house. But என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் ஹவுஸ்க்கு போனாலோ ஆர் கோ எ ஜேர்னி இன் எ ட்ரெயின், ஒரு ட்ரெயினில் எங்கேயாச்சும் போனாலுமோ what I will do, then another stick is on its way into the world of the law. So I will be missing it in the train or in the friend's house. And what will happen? Again I will buy a new walking stick. I dare not carry an umbrella for fear of losing it, and also I will not be carrying umbrella with me because of the fear of losing it because of my forgetfulness. To go through the life without ever having lost an umbrella, has even the grimmest jawed umbrella career even achieved this? Okay, so what the author Robert Lind says is, it is difficult to lead a life without losing an umbrella. So in those days, past days, if we see the old aged persons or middle aged persons, they'll be always carrying an umbrella with them. So they'll be using it for both summer season and also for the rainy season. Okay, so what the author says is லைஃப்பில் ஒரு umbrella கூட மிஸ் பண்ணாமல் இருக்கிறதுங்கிறது definitely it is a very very difficult thing. Okay, so let me stop with this today. I think every one of you can understand. It is very simple to understand. The sentences may be little bit difficult. Okay, so hope every one of you have understood. Thank you for watching. Thank you.